Hello everyone, so welcome to a new video. So we're still working with the categorical variables. I'm sorry, my recording for some reason was stopped due to a glitch into the recording application. So I'm continuing with the previous video on categorical variables. Okay, right, so we want to replace missing values with a new category unknown. Right, so we already know that. We have this data frame number 3 and we have 4 missing values for the remodel categorical variable. So if you guys remember, we previously replaced the missing values using fill NA. So shall we use that same again? So let's do it. So housing underscore data frame 3 remodel, and we want to replace housing data frame 3 dot remodel dot fill NA with a new category called unknown. So let's execute this. Bingo, right? So we have an arrow. Let's scroll down. So what is saying? Cannot set item on a categorical with a new category unknown. Set the categories first. All right. So make it note somewhere. If you don't have a existing category in a data frame for a categorical variable, it will not allow you to replace the values or the blank entries with a new category, right? So very first thing you need to do is you need to add a new categorical variable. Category, not categorical variable. So add a new category. So we want to add a category which is unknown. Right. So how do you add a new category? So before we add a new category, let me quickly show you that this category doesn't exist. So let's print. I'm just going to comment this. And we have housing underscore data frame 3 for the remodel at categories. So as we execute this, so these are the existing categories, and unknown is not part of this list. So we cannot just replace the null values with unknown. We first must make unknown part of this category list, right? So we have housing data frame number 3 remodel, and we will add a new category. So for the new category, we have a function. It's called add categories. And the new category name is unknown. In case you have more than one category, let's say I have another category X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So we'll kind of separate those by using commas. So we added a new category unknown. And let's make sure that these is added. Here we go. So we have unknown, a new category that's being added to the list. So once we have that in place, now we can replace null values with unknown category. So let's run this. All right, let's see what happened here. Right, I think I know what has happened here. So what is happening? So please, maybe this is a good learning point as well. We already executed this piece of code. We already added a category, which is unknown, right? So as we are adding this new line of code and we're trying to execute it again, these kind of code lines will also be executed. So let's scroll down. So what it's saying, new category must not include the old category unknown. So if I simply cut this particular piece of code and let's go ahead and paste it here and let's execute this. So this is good, right? So what we're trying to do, the unknown already exists. So if I just kind of comment this out, because this was previously executed. So unknown is already there, right? So don't try to kind of add same category again, right? So we did that. So let's now look into housing data frame 3 dot is null dot sum. Right, so let's execute that. So we have nothing, which is missing now, right? So to make sure that the new category is added, housing, oh come on, housing data frame 3 dot remodel dot count values, right? So what we want to see here, a new category being added, which is unknown, right? So let's do that. Count values, remodel. So what did we do here? So we have, oh, come on, it's value counts, value counts. Here we go, right? So we have an unknown category and we have four empty values are replaced with a new category, which is unknown, right? So from here, we want to do some more things. For example, we have none. So we want to replace none with none with capital N, right? So that we have, so this you can consider as a data entry error where you have to use small n instead of capital N, right? Same, this is data entry error, n instead of none, o instead of old, right? So let's replace the none with small n with capital N, right? So for this, we can use the location function or lock. So housing underscore data frame 3 dot lock. So if you guys remember, very first parameter in location function is row reference. And for that, we are going to use a conditional statement. So housing data frame 3 dot remodel equals to none. So what I'm saying, select all the rows where you find none value, right, with small n. And which column we want to look into? We want to look into remodel column, right? And then we want to replace it with none, right? So this is nothing more than a conditional selection. If you guys remember, we did this in the previous videos as well and in the previous class. So let me show you what is happening here. So if I just only execute this piece of code, it is picking up these rows, row number 373, 374, 375, and we have three nones with small n. So instead of displaying, just assign it a value that you want to have in place. So let's execute this. We managed to assign the value. So let's do counts again. And now we have none with small n being removed or replaced with a capital N, right? So before that we have 4,338 rules. Now we have 4,341 rules, right? So what I want you to do from here, it is your turn. So you can do a bit of practice here. So replace n with none and replace n, sorry, o with old, right? So that we have the right categories in place. So with that, you're removing the missing values and managing the incorrect entries. It's complete for the categorical variable, right? So we have a few more things left, which I will cover in next video. So with this particular video, we have finished with missing values analysis, right? So we still have something to deal with outliers. So we'll do that in next video. Thank you.